Oh, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mrs. Ong, or simply call me Ma'am Letty. Your Letty, Lola Letty, or else Lola Letty. Today, we are going to tackle one of the weather disturbances that takes place in the Philippines every year. Okay, and for today's lesson, okay, I'm going to give you the MELCs, or the most essential learning competency. Okay? And the milks for today is to explain to you how typhoons develop and how it is affected by the land masses and bodies of water. And the learning objective, of course, okay, and these are my learning objectives. Okay, you're going to explain how typhoon develops, explain the public warning signal corresponding to its wind speed, and give some precautionary measures before, during, and after the typhoon. Okay. Okay. Then this after this objectives, I'm going to give you some introduction regarding this the topic that for today I'm going to give you understanding typhoon. So understanding typhoon is the topic for the second quarter week 6. Okay, in the grade level, we are focusing on the weather disturbances that takes place here in the Philippines every year. So, for my introduction, additional, you'll know that Philippines is very vulnerable to extreme weather condition because of its geographical location. According to Pag-asa, around 20 tropical cyclone enter the FAR each year. But before we go further, I'm going to give you this simple feedback regarding to what we had last week uh, regarding, of course, the topics that we had. Okay, so if ever I give you this acronym, SPEIS, PIVOX, what do you think? What comes to your mind? Is it also about typhoons or whatever? Oh, very good. It's all about earthquake. Okay, and that earthquake has an acronyms. And the acronyms that I'm going to give you today is the acronyms for the typhoon. In order to understand more about typhoon. So the acronyms are the PSWS, the Public Storm Warning Signal, the Pag-asa, which is the um, Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, Astronomical Services Administration, and that is Pag-asa. If you hear these words, you would know that it is the term used when during the discussion of these calamities that happen here in the Philippines. It is the typhoon. Okay, but what is a typhoon? Tropical cyclone, also called typhoon or bagyo. Okay, in our country, an intense circular storm that originates over warm tropical ocean is characterized by low atmospheric pressure, high winds, and heavy rain. So therefore, pag sinabing bagyo, yan ay yung tropical cyclone. Kaya nga, meron tayong apat na category when it comes to this tropical cyclone. Okay, so the term typhoon is, okay, this is the image of a typhoon. At the center, okay, is the eye of the typhoon. If your locality is at the eye of the typhoon, of course, what did you feel? What did you feel? Of course, this typhoon is you feel cold, calmness. Okay, hindi ka makakaramdam ng malakas na hangin at ulan kasi nandoon ka sa mata ng bagyo. Okay, unlike the epicenter of the earthquake, if you are near the epicenter, okay, mayroong disgrasya. Dito sa at the center or what we call as the eye of the typhoon, kalmante lang ang weather condition doon. But there is also at the eye wall. The eye wall is the environment or nasa paligid siya ng ng eye of the typhoon. Okay, the gustiness or yung lakas ay matatagpuan dun sa eye wall. So, tandaan na ang kalmang pakiramdam mo if you are at the eye of the typhoon. Okay. And so, I have here also the tropical cyclone or the wind signal. Okay, when Pag-asa monitors the tropical cyclone enter the FAR or the Philippine Area of Responsibility, it is constantly in motion. Dire-diretso pa din siya na kumikilos. Generally towards the Philippines. Then it's time to issue warning signals. Yun lang ang time, saka lang sila magbibigay ng warning signal number 1, 2, 3, or etc. The public storm warning signal number over a threatened or affected locality may be subsequently upgraded or downgraded. Okay, I have here the a picture of the typhoon. The eye is at the center. Okay, the inner rain band inside, and then the outer rain band. And then, okay, this is we shall have this category of the typhoon or the tropical cyclones. Okay, under the tropical cyclones are the tropical depression, the tropical storm, the typhoon, and the super typhoon. It has a maximum speed kilometers per hour. If you hear the word tropical depression, depressed pa or nalulungkot pa si panahon. So it bears the maximum speed from 35 to 64 kilometers per hour. But if it increases from 65 to 118 kilometers per hour, we call it tropical storm. Okay, alis na yung depression niya, papunta niya sa pagiging storm. Then, from 119 to 200 kilometer per hour, okay, the category is typhoon. Saka pa lang masasabing yun ay typhoon na. But, it becomes a super typhoon if it is greater than 200 kilometer per hour. The speed is greater than 200 kilometer per hour. So, this table 1 is a tropical, these are the tropical cyclone categories. Okay, so I have here also the Philippine Area of Responsibility. Okay, for the signal number 1. So now that you know the category of the typhoon. Okay, so the PSWS or the Public Storm Warning Signal number 1. Okay, pag itinaas na ng Pag-asa ang salitang signal number 1, it has a lead time, 36 hours. Lead time of 36 hours for you to start packing the things that you have to bring if you're going to evacuate. Okay, it has a wind speed of 30 km per hour to 60 kilometers. And the impact of the wind, no damage to very light damage. But if it is PSWS number 2, okay, the lead time is 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours before it's finally reach the destination. Okay, then the wind speed has 62 kilometers, 62 to 120 kilometers per hours. Malakas-lakas na yon. Okay, light to moderate ang damage, and the impact of the wind is light to moderate damage. But if the PSWS or the Public Storm Warning Signal number 3 is stated by the weatherman, okay, the lead time or the time that you have to prepare is 18 hours. Papaikli ng papaikli habang lumalakas ang bagyo. Okay, so it has a wind speed of 121 to 170 km per hour. And the impact of the wind is moderate to heavy damage. But if this is becoming, if the gustiness is so it becoming so hazardous, and they give this public signal warning signal number 4, okay, the lead time is only 12 hours for you to prepare. So the wind kilometers is becoming higher and higher, the wind speed, and it is It has 171 to 220 kilometer per hours. Yan, pabilis ay pabilis na. Heavy to very heavy damage. But if it reaches the PSWS or the Public Storm Warning Signal number 5, the lead time is also 12 hours and the wind speed is more than 220 kilometers per hours. Malilipad na ang bubong ng bahay. Okay, very heavy. The impact of the winds is very heavy to widespread damage. Masyado nang mapamuksa at mapamansala ang signal number 5. Okay, now that I have finished giving you the public storm warning signal number 1 to 5, now I'm going to give you this learning task for the development stage or the development phase. Okay, so learning task number 1, you're going to analyze and give an interpretation about each picture below and write your answer in your answer sheet. Number 1. Okay, I have shown here to you this one. How will you interpret this picture? After the typhoon, what is happening? And then the picture number 2. Okay, what do you think is being shown by picture number 2? And how about picture number 3? There is a clouds or the moisture content or the wind which goes up. What does it mean? How about picture number 4? Okay, start answering, my dear students. Then, after a while, I'm going to give you this learning task 2. You're going to study and answer the questions below. Write your answer in a separate sheet of paper. Okay, number 1 question. What are the different typhoon categories and their relationship to their speed and extent of damage? This is already discussed a while ago. Number 2, when do you consider that a typhoon will enter or affect the country? Paano nyo ma-considera na ang bagyo ay pumapasok na sa ating bansa? Okay. And then for the engagement phase, okay, I have here the learning task 3. Using the map of the Philippines and its vicinity, plot the given points on the map. Connect the plotted points. The region within is the Philippine Area of Responsibility or FAR. It is the job of Pag-asa to monitor all the tropical cyclones that enter this area. Okay, so just look at the map and notice the y-axis and the x-axis. You all know that the y-axis is this longitude and the x-axis is the latitude. So, I have here, okay, some guide question. Okay, that guide question is giving you a clue, will give you a clue of how to find where the FAR is. Okay. So, what do you think are the places located in the identified points? Okay, it is if the typhoon is located at 15 degree north, 138 degree east, it is within the FAR. Okay, how about if the typhoon is at 19 degree north, 117 degree east, is it inside the FAR? Why do you think Philippines experience an average of 20 to 25 typhoons? Here, will you please explain your answer? Okay, so that will be your guide question for that E phase. But how do typhoons develop? A tropical cyclones form when winds blow into areas of the ocean where the water is warm, which is found near the equator. Where do you think is the Philippines located? Near or far from the equator? Okay, the better source of water vapor is in the ocean, but not all can provide water vapor. According to scientists, the temperature of ocean water must be 26.5 degrees centigrade or greater. These winds collect moisture and dries, while colder air moves in below. This creates pressure, kakaroon na ng pressure, which causes the winds to move very quickly. Kaya magiging dahilan para bumilis ng bumilis ang kibo ng hangin. The inland masses, the typhoons weaken. Pero sa kalupaan naman, hihina nga itong typhoons na nasabi because it loses energy in cold, causing them to vanish if the landmass is large. So that is the connection. Pag sa kalupaan, a little bit for a while, ito ay unti-unting nababanis. Ano? Okay, let us have this learning task 4. Shown below are tracks, paths of 4 tropical cyclones that entered the far in the past years. The tracks were plotted by Pag-asa. Okay, you're going to study and analyze the maps. Okay. What can you say about Typhoon Agaton on the year 2002? It starts where? It ended where? Okay. Then how about the Typhoon Harurut? It starts from where? And it ended where? How about Yoyong? In the year 2004, it starts from where and ended where? How about Waning? 2005, Typhoon Waning. It ended. It start where and ended where? Okay, I have here the guide questions. Okay, where did the tropical cyclones form? On land or in the ocean? What can you tell about the track of the typhoon in 2003 and in 2004? Meaning, okay, recognize the track of typhoon on the typhoon Harurut and the typhoon Yoyong. Okay, number 3 guide question. In what direction did the tropical cyclones move? And so number 4, which part of the Philippines was hit by the 4 tropical cyclones? Aling parte kaya ng Pilipinas ang usually na binabanatan nitong 4 na tropical cyclones na ito? Na si Agaton, Harurot, Yoyong, and Huaning. Okay, guide question number 5. In the case of Agaton, Yoyong, and Huaning, where did they die out? Near land or in the middle of the ocean? Choose. Okay, typhoons move east to west across the country, heading north as they go. Storms most frequently make landfall on the island of Eastern Visayas, Bicol region, and northern Luzon, whereas the southern island and region of Mindanao is largely free of typhoon. Like from the maps above, you can see the tropical cyclones generally move in a northwest direction. The reason is because there are large-scale winds that push the tropical cyclones in that direction. All 4 tropical cyclones struck the northern part of the Philippines. 3 of the tropical cyclones are weakened and died out near land. Agaton dissipated in Luzon, Yoyong in Taiwan, and Waning near mainland China. This means that when tropical cyclones reach land, they die out because they are cut off from the warm ocean's waters that keep them going. Meaning, kung wala na yung singaw na mainit ng ating karagatan, paligid ng Pilipinas, that it's dissipated, okay, when it travel to land masses. Okay, so the Philippines is prone to tropical cyclones due to its geographical location. So where do you think is the geographical location? When we say geographical location, it's based from the word geography. Geo means earth, and If you hear this branch of science, geology, it is the study of the earth. Okay, so geography. And according to Yoyoy Bilyamin, it's a beautiful country. Okay, so the learning task number 5 is you're going to give the precautionary measures before, during, and after the typhoon by filling the three columns. Do this in your answer sheet. Before, during, and after the typhoon. So in the A stage, the assimilation stage, you know how to do this one? Okay, before the typhoon, siyempre, maririnig ninyo yan sa broadcast that there would be what we call that mm, what we call that typhoon. Then it starts from the low pressure area. So hindi pa yaon masasabing typhoon. But later, after 1 or 2 days, okay, when it reaches its the Philippine area of responsibility, and that is the time for the weatherman to give the name. Just what I have said, this the name, this typhoon bears from the other side of the globe is this is known as this is not typhoon, this is hurricane, and this is known as wazi. Okay, upon crossing the Pacific Ocean, going here in Southeast Asia, okay, it bears another name. If it is goes to the other country, okay, other name, uli, other, they will give them another name for the reason that that is their um, guidelines in naming the typhoon for the whole year. So for today nga, we have this typhoon. The incoming is Typhoon Oring. Okay, so let us watch the broadcast from the TV or from the radio station, but will be the incoming news regarding this typhoon. Okay, I have here this assimilation phase, letter A, and I have here also the learning task number 6. Okay, you're going to choose the letter of the correct answer. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, question number 1. So, I am going to read this for you, my dear students. From what bodies of water do typhoons originate? Based from the discussion that I have recently given you, A, it is come from the ocean. Okay, B, lakes. C, rivers. D, streams. Okay, learning task number, of course, under learning task number 6 again. Okay, number 2, the name of the typhoon that caused great floods in Metro Manila that resulted to many damaged houses and properties on the year 2009 is A. Typhoon Idang, B. Mando, C. Kuring, and D. Ondoy. Okay, just write your answer. Okay, number 3 question. A government that monitors typhoon in the Philippines. A. DOST or the Department of Science and Technology. B. PAG-ASA, Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical Astronomical Services Administration, the PBOX or the Philippine Volcanology and Seismologies, and then the DENR, which is the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. 4. Number 4 question. It is rotating storm system characterized by a low pressure center, strong winds, and a spiral arrangement of thunderstorms that produce heavy rain. Okay, here are the choices. A, rain. B, tropical cyclone. C, snow. D, sandstorm. Number 5 question. What is the name of the big body of water that is where almost all typhoons that pass in our country? A, Indian Ocean. B, West Philippine Sea. C, Atlantic Ocean. Or D, the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so I guess you all know the how to answer this question because I am giving you the right discussion regarding typhoon. So for your assignment, for the week 6, tracking the path of tropical cyclones, and that would be all for today. Clouds come floating into my life, no longer to carry rain or usher storm, but to add colors to my sunset sky. Okay, and that is my quotation for today. So, good luck, and I am waiting for your answer. Okay, my dear students, this modular approach will be answered by every one of you, and please try to give me a sign that you truly know the lesson about this understanding typhoon. If ever that you did not know your absence for this discussion, okay, try to I am going to give you my cell phone number. Just call me, and I am giving you the correct clues or hints regarding the problems that you will be encountered in answering this 1 to 6 learning tasks. Okay, and that would be all for today. And I thank you.